Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? I hope you're okay. So, I think you're fully aware that our classes are cancelled this coming week, and we don't know how long the cancellation will be. So, unfortunately, because of this situation, we have no choice but to conduct our lectures or classes off campus. Okay, so this morning, I prepared a video of the topic for macroeconomics chapter week 5, which is the monetary system. Okay, so I would suggest that before you watch the video that I will upload on YouTube, I would like you to prepare your materials first. Print out your materials or have your laptop or mobile phones ready so that when I discuss the topics in the chapter 5 or week 5, you also following me by reading on the slides that I will also send together with the link of the video. Okay, so let's begin. Week 5 is all about monetary system, and monetary system is a very important tool or factor that will help economic growth on a macro level. Okay, so basically when we try to look at the performance of the economy and we link it to the support that the monetary system is giving us, it is a given fact that the more efficient and more effective is the monetary system, the more it can provide a solid foundation or support for any economic growth that the country is aspiring to achieve. Okay, so let's begin with the first slide. Sorry. Okay, so the objectives of the week 5, which is the monetary system, answers the following questions. What are assets? What are assets that are considered to be financial assets? Okay, and we will also talk about money, which is the very basic financial asset, and of course, we will understand how money works and how money is used in economic transactions. Okay, there are also what we call types of money. Okay, and because monetary system is initiated by government and controlled and regulated by government, we will also try to discuss, or we will discuss the function of central banks, which is the very government agency that is regulating and of course making some monetary policies to improve the financial system. Okay, so in the USA, they have this what we call federal reserves. Okay, so we will talk about that later, and we will also talk about the role of banks in the monetary system or the financial system, because from the central bank creates policies, regulations. The banks are the one implementing the regulations and the policies created by the central bank. Okay, so and at the same time, we already discussed in few weeks that the banks will play a very important role in economic development by way of circulating cash through loans and also accepting deposits in terms of individuals who want to save. Okay, so there's also one important question that we will answer in this online lecture today. We will talk about the very important role of the central bank in terms of money supply. Okay, so how does the central bank control the supply of cash? We know already that in economics, it's very important that we circulate the money, but at the same time, we also have to understand that in some cases, when the supply of cash is huge, or there's a lot of supply of cash in the market, it also creates inflation, and inflation is not very good as far as prices of commodities and as far as the impact of this increasing prices of commodities to people. So central bank will also control inflation by way of monetary policy. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. Without cash, it is very difficult nowadays to make economic transactions, because everything that you want to acquire must be done by the use of money. Okay, so it's like a double it's a two-way transaction. You give out cash to whatever commodities or services that you would like to avail. Just like, for example, you go to the supermarket, you buy some groceries, and at the same time, you also have to pay for these groceries. So basically, in today's modern world, cash makes economic transactions or transactions much more easier. In the old period, just like, for example, during how many centuries ago, people actually used the barter to acquire some goods. So barter means I have something and you also have something, and we exchange. Just like, for example, if I have a can of good and I would like to acquire maybe a kilo of rice, I'll just exchange my can of good with your kilo of rice, and that's how business transactions are done during those times. But today we cannot apply it anymore. Okay, so in business also, cash or money, I guess, is the number one asset that most businessmen are very concerned about, because profitability for them is very important, and profitability is represented by the amount of cash that you make, or profit that you make from the business. Okay, so money is important, and money is a a significant asset for individuals, corporations, and even for governments. Okay, so let's talk about the function of cash or money. Okay, so there are three very important functions that cash is doing. Number one, it is a medium of exchange. Just like what I've already said, before you can acquire anything, you have to exchange your cash for that goods